Squat Shack proudly presents Girls Night Out. Group of badass mothers showing you what it's like to be one bad mother.
What we need is a drink.
I
know. Cheers.
Cheers.
And welcome back to another girls' night out. Wow, I can't even talk. I feel like I would say I'm already drunk, but I'm not. I am your co-host, Mama Al. As everyone can see, we have a whole new setup. Thanks to Vinny.
I know. I feel why.
I mean, I do like it how it is more open. It's more.
Did you really just say it?
Yes,
I don't want to put my dirty ass shoes up here.
It's all good.
I still have like dirt on me from work, and
It's all good. You know what? I told Vince this morning. I woke up and I chose fucking violence.
oh shit,
Which I did.
it's one of those days.
It was one of those days. I guess we could kind of get into that. I mean, there's nothing too special, but next to me, as you can see.
Whoa.
What, we're doing our interrupt?
Yeah, we're still doing our We're all good.
We'll talk about
Violence.
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 Hey, anyways. I'm about to say, who the fuck am I? Oh, sorry, my
Mama Owl.
No, that's her.
I wish they were.
Are
all
you drunk?
God, I hope so.
Well,
I've had 3 drinks. It's possible.
What did you drink before? Did you drink before you came?
Yeah, I've been slipping or snipping.
Sipping.
Oh my god. Shout out to Stephanie, who I know watches these. She's gonna love this episode. I think she binge watched the other 3 that I posted on Facebook. Because she's like, because I sent her a message and I was like, oh, I just posted the last 3 episodes. She goes, I was about to ask you where the hell those were. So shout out to Stephanie. Thank you for being a faithful listener for us and give us ideas and stuff. Anyways, I've totally forgot to just introduce my damn self. Anyways, I'm Mama Penguin, or AKA Ashley, or whatever you want to call me, as long as it's nice.
I feel like tonight is just like a, you know what, fucking like
I
we're
think
just
we're all
rolling with it.
It's been an odd
yeah.
week. Today's Thursday, so yes, it's been a very odd week, and I think we're all in the same attitude of
Don't give a fuck.
don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
There you go, Vinny. It's the Mamas Don't Give a Fuck Day. That's the description.
Hashtag mommies
You
don't
don't
give
need
a fuck.
anything else. Just
Yes.
say the Mamas Don't Give a Fuck. So, anyways, we screwed this all the fuck up.
We did.
I don't even know how he's gonna fix this. He probably isn't even gonna
He's
fix
not.
it.
No, I think we should keep it as
As
dysfunctional
raw.
as
Well,
it
that's
is.
the thing, because he always asks me, what does he need to edit out? And I tell him fucking nothing. There's nothing to fucking to edit out. Not unless you guys really say there's something to edit out. But I
And we
mean,
usually say, like,
Yeah.
this is what you get out.
but it's like, usually it's nothing to fucking edit out. Because I'd rather have us be as raw and genuine, authentic, yes, as can be.
Damn, girl.
Oh shit!
Is that your mic?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Hold on, it just came out of the hole. Alright, the tech man and the
Inspired.
producer dude or whatever, you need to tighten up the nuts.
You
before
need you need to call in your maintenance crew.
Yeah, you fixed it. Women, we good. We got.
But before we start anything else, our last co-host.
Don't mind me taking a picture.
I'm totally okay with anonymity. But I am Mama Macchiato, the koala. Soft and fuzzy on the outside, vicious when they get mad.
I think they do.
Yeah, they they do.
Well, I
That's
think,
why I chose
I think with all of our
You chose it because of you wanted your name
They're
because you
fluffy.
did.
Koalas have always been my favorite.
But see, I think with
So
all
the
of our
koala
animals,
is my guy.
I think all of our animals, they seem all nice like on the outside,
Ha.
but they like fuck with them even more. And they're just mean little fuckers. I mean,
I'm Mama Macchiato because I live on coffee. Tonight is a night for Moscato d'Asti,
yes.
right,
We even
ladies?
brought the bottle.
We did.
And it has been a week, let me tell ya.
She actually looked at the screen. I saw that.
Yay!
Well, you know, like, okay, it's hard for me. I know that I'm awkward, and I'm awkward. I'm just as awkward in real life. I know. Yeah. So it's kind of weird for me because, you know, like, I would just as well look at you guys while I'm talking to you.
But see,
And
now it's nice to
I
not
figure
have.
everybody else is just kind of listening in on our conversation, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but they can see us too.
Well, that's weird.
I know. I look fluffy in here.
That's the weird part. That's where I get hung up.
It'll be okay.
So that's
This
what, like,
is where we're all getting out of our comfort zone.
I don't have mirrors like just in my bathroom,
You
you
can
know.
put one over there. There's room. There's an
No.
open wall
No,
space.
no.
Vinny, we need a mirror.
Right, that would be the next
I
thing.
do not like mirrors. I don't. Okay. I just don't want to look at myself. So it's weird to look at the camera or look at the screen. 'Cause
Well, I
I'm
mean,
like,
if it
wow,
helps
I
you
look
not to
weird.
look at it, I mean,
And I
you
look
don't have
like
to.
I'm melting.
You look like you're.
Right.
Well, I look like a
I just.
big pile of black poop.
Anyway,
Anyways.
I'm just saying I'm cool with anonymity.
And then me.
That
What's
word.
that thing on a?
That word.
In
Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
Yes.
It's like, wait a minute. Did
Because
the characters go? And then
Yes.
Nemo.
No, or yeah, no, it was Nemo because he was getting on the back of the
Shark.
No,
The
it was
stingray.
the stingray. Yeah,
Which is
'cause
a
it's-
shark.
Speaking of vicious, whatever the shark is, tell us more.
Of
You
what?
woke
Wait,
up
wait,
on-
wait, wait.
Oh
Are we
my
wanting
God.
to jump right into negativity or we want to jump into. Do we have anything? We do have something positive.
Do we have
to talk
something?
about.
Well, I mean,
So, what do we want to start with? Negativity?
How about we start-
positive,
how about we
And
start
mix your
with
both.
positivity?
and make it like
How about
a
we
cookie.
start? How about we start with positivity so everyone can think we're gonna be on a positive note during this shit? Which
I am not down for lying.
oh.
What you got to lie
I think
about?
that we should leave it on a positive,
positive note.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
so-
we'll start with the shitty news. Okay, who wants to go first?
But one that want to kill people.
You want to start with the killer?
Yeah.
All right.
She woke up on the vicious side of the
I-
bed.
who's gonna
and it
help?
was like to be continued.
Who's going to help with bail money?
Yeah. Guys on the
Was it like 10% or something? I've only
I
had
have
to bail
no
out
clue.
one
I
person.
just got mattresses. I have enough plastic to wrap up a couple bodies.
Yes.
Shit, they can hide them underneath my house and everything.
Okay, so, I mean, I was being petty because there's a car there at work that parked in two
okay.
parking spots.
I don't get that. There's like an SUV and a pickup truck.
Yeah, no, okay, so it's the
Like your
SUV,
car
the white
SUV.
This is the third day that they parked like
They
that.
always park like that. I know that.
Well,
car.
it's just the third day that I noticed that, like, it was up front. So, Vince told me yesterday, since there was a parking spot next to it, and to that too, like, there was two parking spots that were completely open to where I could just kind of go in and
Right.
park and block the drive. And I was like, it's not going to be fair because I leave at 2:30, so it was like, it's not going to do much
So
damage.
the 3:30 person will be super happy.
Yeah, so this morning I got there and they were still parking that way. I was the petty person and like completely blocked.
too.
They're,
She did,
they're
too.
completely blocked.
She's
there.
within the lines.
Yeah.
She's parked perfectly on the line, but that person is not getting in that car. It's like it was like 2 inches.
They had to get through their passenger side to get into the car.
That's what you get for parking like an idiot.
Well, that's
Right?
what the biggest thing was. If you're gonna park like a fucking jackass, do it in the fucking back where everyone else is doing it.
Right.
Not in the front where like everyone's fighting for a fucking parking
Right,
spot.
right.
Like that.
And there's some people that don't need to be walking that far. It takes
Yeah.
4 minutes for me to cross campus from my car to our
that's what-
building. It takes 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I should be paid for that 5 minutes that I am spending walking back and
Clock
forth.
in at Southside.
Yeah, but you're still, looking at, like 3 minutes to Southside, and then you're walking even farther out of your way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I
yeah,
don't
no,
go that way.
I took a picture, showed Vince, and he's like, "You're being so vicious." And I'm like, "I woke up and I decided violets
I
this morning."
And I was hoping for something different.
Oh, I would like to say I was kind of in a better, happier, perkier mood, even after dealing with Zach last night, because I confronted him because Dean wanted me to tell his dad that if he wasn't going to take him fucking bowling with him, that he wanted to come over to Mom's house. And I confronted him about it. He got super defensive about it, which I have all on recording, and it was like, I'm just telling you what your son is telling me that he wants me to tell you because he's too afraid to tell you himself. And so he got super defensive with me about it. Then he even took his anger towards Dean about it, even in the car, because he was like, the only time we didn't go bowling was the 2 nights. It was Christmas and like New Year's Day or whatever. And I was like, okay, that's fine. He's like, because he kept on telling me that he always takes him bowling. And it's like, that is fine. I hope you take him fucking bowling, because if you don't, you're in fucking contempt. Like, you're in contempt of everything fucking else. I know he knows I was recording because he kept looking at my phone. But as soon as I told him that he would have been in contempt, just like everything else, he fucking just walked away and got into his car and just fucking drove off. And I was like, and kind of just proved my point. Get totally.
Did you drive home like
Yeah,
Oh,
badass.
Did you
well,
celebrate?
I kind of celebrated like mentally, but like yesterday too, I did take in consideration of our last video. Haven't really tried not to talk about Zach as much to Vince.
So you picked a day.
Yeah, I picked
She did a good job.
I picked Wednesday. I feel like Wednesday would probably be the best day for me because that is when drop off is. That's when I get so frustrated. But like as soon as I got into the car after this, I was shaking with so much anger.
Oh yeah.
And I even told Vince, and I was like, the only way we're fully gonna, because we know that he's fucking lying, even with this being so defensive, like I don't feel like it's still big enough proof. It's like the only way I'm gonna fucking really have to pin him is if I start tracking Dean. And I mean, I was even telling my best friend about tracking Dean, and she's like, I don't want you to get in trouble, like
Why did you get in
legally.
trouble? For tracking Dean.
Well, see, that's the thing, because I feel like if I'm tracking Dean, he's gonna flip it back onto me, and it's like, why are you tracking me? It's like I feel like if
He
I'm
can't because you're only tracking your child.
well, see, that's
it
what
is what
Wait
it
a minute.
is.
Just put him in his shoes.
Well,
And
see,
then
that's
you
what
can
I
tell
wanna-
the court, say, hey, my son has a problem losing his shoes. So I've
Well,
been
I
tracking
just-
his shoes.
I just feel like I could easily just be like, I have enough friends that like their kids have completely ran away, or like it. I
But it's
mean,
no
I just have the
different, but
fear, but like I just feel like if I could just prove that I'm just tracking him when, even if he's with me or not, and even just like if I track Jude, it just shows that I'm tracking my kids. I'm not tracking
Right.
Yeah.
this fucktard.
You'd have to do both kids.
Yeah.
And that's just like when your kid gets old enough to have a cell phone and you put Life 360 on it. You just tell
them, hey, the
Right.
cell
Yeah.
phone has Life 360. I want to add you to the family group, and then add it to the child's account that both parents are linked to it, so then they can't say anything.
Well, see, I thought about getting him a cell phone, like one of those like cell phones that it only has like mom and dad's number and that I could track. So even if he got into like something happened, like if dad won't let him talk to me, he still has a way to call mom. So
he's gonna take the phone.
well, I know, and that's why
That's not
I
how
thought
that
about
goes
not
down.
doing
He
it.
just takes the phone.
But see, I also
Track the damn shoes.
But I also thought about, because they got those watches too that has like the games. You could call mom or dad, and
Right.
you could do the GPS. But I was like, if I do that, I know his dad's just gonna take that fucking
that shit's
thing
gonna
off.
disappear.
And yeah.
It's gonna get broken. It's
Yeah,
gonna.
track the shoes.
So yeah, no, I think that I'm just trying to find like the best tracker though too,
Yeah.
so I could put in
They
his
make
shoes and
those
backpack.
RFID tags that you can buy
What
on
about those
Amazon.
little iPad or iPod pads?
He has an iPhone, so I'm afraid like if because I don't have an iPhone and it only works with
iPhones
iPhones.
are. See, and I'm on the other end of that spectrum. Like Maya's dad tried to send her home with a cell phone, and I was like, nuh. He tried sending her home with a tablet, and I was like, nuh. And then he sent her Chromebook straight from Amazon, and I was like, yeah, okay.
I mean,
But
Yeah,
you know,
'cause
like,
unless he contacted them and said he put all this shit on before it leaves.
but would they? Amazon? Would they do that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't either. So like that, you know, yeah, okay.
You don't just
Well, I
take it to
mean-
the computer store here in town and be like, hey, can you tell me what's on this?
yeah.
But she actually had my Chromebook already. And so I just took the new one because I was going to buy another one for myself anyway. And then he sent her one, and I was like,
What did he
Well,
get her for Christmas?
fuck if that works out.
Was it just clothes?
No, he got her a virtual reality thing, an Ocu something.
Oh,
Is
you
it
put
the
your phone
game?
in it or something?
No, it's like virtual reality. Like she has this like thing that she puts
Oh
on,
yeah, and then it has like
and there's
the
hand things
Yeah.
and
Oh, cool.
VR. Is that what it's called?
I think it's a
or
VDR.
something like that.
Yeah, something or Octus. I don't know. So he got her that, and then I got her a drawing tablet that mates with her Chromebook for her to draw on. I
Oh,
haven't
cool.
got it connected to her Chromebook yet because I'm not like technologically inclined.
I would say
No,
just give
you
it a
know.
bit.
That's something you may hear from me this weekend and be like, ha.
Right.
But I googled what is the best drawing pad to go with the Chromebook, and that is the one that I got.
You have my mic, so it's kind of
Does it work though?
it works. It's just kind of.
It's like picking up all the feedback.
I think it might be just that. I don't know. I don't
Just
know if
be
it's a
still.
cord or
So
any other negativity.
Yes, work is being shady assholes.
Well, I mean, that's always work.
So
Oh.
I have a co-mate. Apparently that we get to train, and then he potentially can take my job, or is taking my job.
I was gonna say I thought he was taking your job by what I heard, but
Yep.
I don't know.
I don't know
Just-
either. However, I went and looked at a new place to rent. I'm gonna fill out the application in the morning, and hopefully she tells me I need to text the lady and be like, okay, how long does the approval process take?
Right.
And because then I gotta map out my funds because it's I think the deposit's $650 and the rent's $650, and you gotta have both of them when you sign the thingy or whatever.
the chunk of change to try and come up with.
Well, I can come
all
up with
at
it
once.
because I get, like I was talking to J number 2, and I was like, I can come up with it on the 3rd. I said, but I'll be very, very, very broke.
Right.
Right.
So, because Shelby's money's almost $700, and then my paycheck is the other chunk. So, but we shall see. And then I'm also going to apply for some jobs. So, I am a type of a person that I will also protect myself, and I don't feel very safe in job security anymore with my current company. So, which sucks because I put a lot of sweat and tears into this department just to have it.
Oh no, I totally. I mean, I feel your pain because I did that with McDonald's too. I put so many years.
Oh my god!
in.
Right, with Wendy's.
Yeah.
But I'm a type of person that will tell you, hey, you're doing something, or not really something wrong, but to say, hey, you know, you have opportunities to learn here. And I'm a firm believer of don't expect somebody to do something if you don't give them the tools in their toolbox. And that's what they did to me. They didn't give me all the tools in the toolbox. And because they didn't give me all the tools in the toolbox, that means my team doesn't get all the tools in the toolbox. And that main thing is the whole getting tours of the plant. We've been promised a year now, year and a half, we'll do tours and never do it. But all of a sudden,
He gets it.
he comes along and we get tours. I'm like, you guys didn't have any time for us prior to this. And now all of a sudden they have time for it.
You should tell me when you guys come to my department.
So that's my
Make
biggest,
sure I step
because
up though.
because when the two old gentlemen got fired off a second shift, that really made me angry, because I told them, I said, you can't expect somebody to do something if you don't give them clear expectations. So like, you can't expect somebody to know to do outside their normal routine.
Right.
Like, I get it, some people can come up with things outside of the box, but like, if you tell them their only job is to cycle count and get parts, that's all they're gonna do.
Right.
But if you say, hey, you also can do, on your slow days, sweep them off the parts room, or, reorganize this, or, whatever, then you can fire them for something like that. You just can't turn around and, in my opinion. So what they did to them were just as shady as what they're doing to me and potentially the rest of my team. So there's a lot of shadiness and hidiness going on, and I don't appreciate it. So I'm going to protect myself, and I openly spoke to my team and told them the same thing. So
I know, I'm stressed out too.
So it's,
I'm going with work. All I gotta worry about is
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm at the half point, but like, I'll just go to fucking production and push a button, or fill a box. I mean, I don't even know what else they do out there.
well, I mean, you could. The two easiest, by my understanding, departments is my department is the microwave, or Southside, which does bacon bits. Even I sat there, I'm like, can I go to bacon bits? I wanted to sit there and like just watch like bacon go into this package and then like count how many goes into it.
Yeah.
But I mean, even with my department compared to slicing, like I see how fast like those girls at the end, it's like pushing that shit out. Where I'm like, can I go at the other end and like
Yeah.
throw that belly? I'm like, I'm fine throwing the belly.
Curing, you mean?
No.
Oh, they throw a belly in somewhere else, so they're curing?
Well, curing does it, and then slicing, you throw it into the presser,
Oh, yeah.
and then that comes out, and then you gotta feed it into the machine, and then you gotta like depending on the machine, you
I
gotta.
think curing is the only department I would never want to do.
Oh no,
Those motherfuckers must have strong back
no
muscles.
no curing is fucking fun.
It's
It's fun, except for when you gotta do the fucking hooks. Because that's all, like, when I first went to curing, they had me do the hooks. And that's where I had my little fuzzy off-brand Uggs. And I was slipping and sliding. But, like, they want those hooks set a certain way. And, like, you gotta go through each line, make sure they have enough and everything. And then you go on the other end, closer to the thaw room. And that's where mainly they have like the guys will kind of push down the meat down like the line, and then you just got to stand by the machine and make sure like they have a red line going down the middle, and you just got to make sure that meat is like right there, like in the middle of the meat, so when it goes in it gets cut like
Correct.
evenly and shit. But I mean, curing is nothing but guys, room floor is nothing but guys. I mean, for women to go in there, it's fucking rare as fuck.
yeah.
But
But anyways, so that's what I'm up to. I think J number 2 and his sons are going to spend the weekend at my house, so that's exciting.
And it's awesome because you have plenty of room for them
For
Right.
now.
for now.
for now,
Yep, I'll have to go get a storage unit because there's not storage in the place that I looked at.
Yeah, our old house had no storage besides the
And
garage.
plus I have 2 rooms full of stuff that belongs to me but doesn't really belong to me that I'll have to put in a storage unit too. So I don't know. But it sucks. But I'm also thinking positive, and I just
you can always come on to the floor. Production
but I
It's
mean,
not
that's
that-
that's what they want. They want
Right.
me to quit or leave. Even though they're like, well, we need you for this, we need you for that, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
That's just gaslighting.
it is.
It's just fucking
I mean,
gaslighting.
it is. Like, literally, I wanted to just take him by the fucking head and slam it on the fucking table. Like, literally, I literally had violence for him when he was telling me this. And there was nobody else in the room. So again, that's fucking shady as hell because you're supposed to have
At least a witness.
a witness.
Right.
So now it's a he said, she said battle. And then they waited. He waited 2 hours before I was gonna go home to tell me that this other person was gonna be in the parts room on Tuesday. And that person's been walking around the plant for 3 fucking weeks. And I'm like, we could have used him for year end. I didn't have to work 70 fucking hours.
Oh, I didn't know he was even there.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't
No,
know
he was
about him
walking
until.
around. We handed him his hard hat, and the moment that we handed him his green hard hat, which he was wearing a blue one. So I
Right.
don't know where
He
his green-
originally came and got a blue one. Originally. When
He
he
asked
first
for
started.
a green one
When was that?
when we first met him.
What?
Yeah, when we first
I
met him.
thought that was a joke.
No. No, his signature says maintenance supervisor. So when we gave him his green hard hat, when he left, I told everybody, so that's going to be your new boss, and nobody believed me.
Why would we?
Because I was thinking to myself, there's no other place for him to go. Like, who are
Right.
they going to fire?
Right? Like I don't know. I haven't been there. I don't know all the
I know, but I just had a feeling. It's women's intuition. Like, I just had a feeling. I was like, I guarantee it. Like, and I was right. I was right.
I didn't even see him in my department, but I mean,
He
could've
stayed
done-
on Southside the whole time. He literally
Oh,
spent
okay.
3 weeks walking around Southside.
I was gonna say I haven't even seen him in my department. I don't even.
Because his prior job was at some other bacon plant, and they didn't do bits. But they had the same other, like, Morel
Like-
4600 slicers.
Oh.
And so the only difference between the company he came from and ours is the bacon
big
bits.
bits.
Yeah. But they think since he has knowledgeable of these machines and has contacts with these vendors, that he can work some wonderful magic with getting parts through
Okay.
a pandemic supply chain problem. I mean, shit. Have anybody noticed the cost of rubber crop going up? Our boots went up $19, almost
Oh.
$20
Yeah, I
overnight. They're $80.89 a piece
damn.
instead of $66.91.
Damn.
Yes. So I mean, it is crazy.
Well, I'm glad I still have all 3 pairs of my boots.
Right. I have 2 pair.
And then I don't even have it. I have one. I have one pair under my desk.
I have a size 6 and a size 8.
I have all
Big
4s.
gap.
I just have all 4s.
Well, 'cause you got little ass feet.
Yeah. Well, no, cause like I told Vince the first time I got mine, cause they were originally gonna give me like 5s, so I was like, oh, maybe I should move up to the 5 and everything. And then when I came and got my second pair, I think I tried on a 5 and I was like,
They
yeah,
run big.
no, like I couldn't do it. So I was like, I'm
They
glad
run
I
big.
stick to my 4s.
Yeah.
But
Why? This is actually my 3rd pair of boots now that I think about it, because I started with 8s out in wastewater, and then there's this guy out there that has a bad habit of wearing other people's shoes.
Ugh.
that's why I
So
took my
I went
boots
in and
fucking
realized
home.
that he had worn my boots. And so I went to Parts and tried on different size boots until I found the smallest boot that I could squeeze my foot into and be comfortable. And turns out it was 6s. So
Yep.
that's what, and then I have another pair of size 8s that they made me wear when I would go do my walkthrough in the plant looking for oil when I was in wastewater. So, you know, and I was like, well, first of all, you know, it's hot. You have metal equipment and, you know, everything expands. It's going to leak. And you guys don't have a trowel system to catch it. So it goes on the floor. Get some buckets. Put out some bins. And Eddie ordered a shit ton of bins. They started collecting it that way. And it was supposed to go into big combos. And I don't know how that went. But anyway, then I came to Parts. I don't know where they are with oil on the floor.
It's on the floor.
You're right.
It's kind of funny though too, because I got my 3 pairs of boots, and then yesterday my floor leader, she handed me booties on my way in. Because I don't think people realize in my backpack I have my boots until I started walking with my boots.
Oh,
So she handed me booties because then when I got into our clean room, all the boots were all wet. And so Vince is like, oh, how nice of sanitation to come and like spray them off. I'm like, oh, damn. I wish like I could just spray mine off, but because I got so much bacon bits, like bacon shit all over it. Like I'll sit there on our boot cleaner just trying to get all that shit off.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like making sure I'm having my fucking boots. So I kept the booties. They're in my backpack too.
Right.
I told Vince it's like my backpack is my biggest like,
Yeah.
just in case, because I got my hair nets, just in case. I got several pairs of gloves, just in case. So,
Right.
and I think besides the masks that you gave me today, I still have like 2 or 3 other masks that are in there just in case I like magically.
Right.
Because there's one time I walked all the way to my department and then realized I don't have my
Yeah.
fucking mask on, so I had to
Right.
walk my happy butt all the way back to the parking lot. And I think that day I parked out in Timbuktu.
Do you go
Yeah.
through the COVID shack?
I normally
a
do.
tent?
Normally I do.
I always make sure I wear my mask in the COVID shack. That's why I call it the COVID shack. Because if there's COVID, it's in that building.
I just think that day I didn't go through it
Right.
because
Well,
I was
that's
just
how
running.
I remember not
Yeah.
to make it all the way over there.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's
'Cause I
well
always-
now that the boys are actually in school and not doing like fucking preschool, and I'm not like rushing
Right.
completely to work. So it's like, okay, I go through my little temp track. Unless that
Right, right,
stupid
right.
thing the other day, or I
Pop
think it was,
shit 120.
you got 120. Fuck that, no.
I was 111.2 or whatever. I was fucking dead.
I was
right. That's why I was like, I seriously hit it. It was
Right.
120, but it was on that day I worked really, really early in the morning.
See, I got popped as a 101, and then yesterday I went and did it, and it told me that I didn't have my mask on, which it was like you can
didn't-
tell.
Oh,
you
shit.
can tell I have my
Bottom
mask.
half of her face.
Well, no, because that's the thing. Because like I saw where like in the corner you could see like the thermal of you,
Right.
and it registered my fucking mask. The picture even saw my mask, but it said I didn't have it on. So I'm like, fuck you, and so I went to the other one. It got my temp a little bit higher, but it registered my mask, and I'm like, thank you.
Do you get in trouble if it tempts
No.
you without a mask? It just says.
No.
you
I do
don't
it
have a
every
mask.
morning. I get my
I
little
just-
mask and take my temperature and I put it on my face.
I've
just
been
don't-
popping hot a lot lately, and so like, I know I'm not sick, you know. So I go in, and then I go into the office and temp again, and it's always on these super cold mornings
Yo.
where I think the machine's just airing out.
Well, that's what Vince always tells me, like, the machines, especially with it being cold, everyone leaving that fucking door open and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. They're just a piece of shit.
Right.
Although I've seen it be like a complete, like, little tablet. I'm like, cool, I just want to go play games on you. Like, fuck going to work.
Hey, pass that wine. We're empty.
Dang it.
I would say
still have the
normally
little
I'm
bit
a...
of bottle that you gave me whatever day that was that caught underneath your house. Tuesday. Was it Tuesday?
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, I don't even know anymore.
So Roberta does not have a river underneath her house.
Says we can tell.
Well, yeah. that
Well,
might
I mean,
be the
that's
blur.
good.
Does it still smell?
I haven't paid attention.
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna.
Maybe
set
there's
this-
a turd clog somewhere. In the pipe. I don't know.
Oh, my table doesn't go far enough. I'm trying to do a commercial for
I don't like the
Cupcake
cameras.
wine.
I like the cameras being more than our faces.
Moscato d'Asti.
It's yummy.
It's the shit.
So I keep telling myself somehow, some way, everything's gonna work out. Somehow, I just like keep because you know me. I'm always waiting for the other fucking shoe to drop. And
Well, if anything happens, you can just move into M's house.
no, that's not an
Is
option.
M's house big enough? I don't even know.
No,
It's
that
a
is
2-bedroom
not
Oh
house.
shit.
not
Well, then you and
an
M's
option.
can get a duplex, and he can pay for both halves, and you can have one half, and he can do it.
He just bought this house.
Oh.
No.
Well, then I guess M needs to build a.
Yeah, it'll
I
somewhere.
know better than to think that like some dude is the solution to,
Well, no, but I'm just saying.
you know, like don't get me wrong, he's not just some random dude, but you
No,
know, like,
he's not.
that is
She does.
not the mentality that, you know, I want to carry around. Is this some my life goes crazy, so I gotta find a man? No.
Okay,
He
so
does.
No.
before we go any further about M, Mike, love you. I got bitched at by
I
Why
would
did you get mixed up about?
because I made the comment last time about his drinking, and then I got a text message after he listened
He
to
listened
it.
to the show
He
and
listened
heard
to
it.
it and he heard it, and it was one of those. I do not drink every day anymore. So Mike, I am sorry. To everyone else that's listening, Mike doesn't drink every day anymore. Just occasionally. Just anytime I really see Mike, it's always have a drink. So
He's your man's best friend.
I
Of
know.
course
It's his
they drink,
That's his dad.
you know?
That's his
well, no,
adopted
because I
daddy.
told him today because he was looking for his glass when he came over with you and all. So I was like, I told him that I wanted to get Vince originally too, and him. I found like it's a cup for like bourbon, but it says Daddy's sippy cup.
Oh my.
So yeah, but I mean it's just a regular like bourbon glass, and I was like, yeah, that's what I should get you guys. So I think I probably get 2 of them, one for here, like let them have their cups here, and then
Right.
because I got my wine cup. I think I might still have one at Ashley's house, and then I got my wine cup at his.
Maybe
Right.
that's whose cup's in my closet. There's a wine cup floating around in my closet.
Yeah, that says I think it says wine not.
I don't know. I'll have to look.
Okay.
Like I said.
How
it's
did a
floating.
wine cup get into your closet?
It does what it.
I don't keep any dishes in my closet.
I don't know. I think it was found in the kitchen. So what happened was when I decorated for Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, the decorations that were already up in my living room / kitchen, whatever, went into this tote and set in my closet. And I think I picked the wine glass up and passed it. And
So yeah,
stuck
it's probably
stuck it in the tote.
my bottle holding wine cup.
I don't know.
It actually holds a bottle of wine.
Well,
But-
when you made the comment, I didn't think anything of it because I smoke every day, and so like, who am I to judge? You know, I did date a guy though that was a drunk, and like,
I married one.
so you know, I mean, like I get that too, you know, but
Well,
I
it
didn't
wasn't-
really think anything serious about it. Like,
it wasn't like I was trying to be mean about it or saying that
Right.
he's an alcoholic or drunk.
It's just
or,
a dude doing what dudes do.
Yeah, again, usually when I see him, he already has a drink in his hand. I mean, at least he was over for a bit
You know
before
what
he
the
made a
thing
drink.
is?
But
Is he's done his time. His kid is grown.
yeah,
He's finally free to
Yes,
do.
I
you
know.
This kid's not 18 yet. Though.
yes.
But
Dallas is already out of high school.
Oh, okay. I thought he was
Yeah.
younger.
so
Oh, no.
I mean, you know, we can hate. I get it. Like I hate. You know, like I'm like, damn, man. You know, I got like 20 more years.
Right.
What do you mean you got 20? You only got 8. Minus 10.
She's gonna be 28, still living with me. And that's okay.
Well, that's up to you. Yeah, but if he knows that and he accepts that and still wants to be part of your life and eventually hers, then go with the flow and just make sure you
Right.
protect yourself so you don't have any more. Because
I've-
men's sperm counts never go away. Or swimmers never go through menopause like we do. So a man at 80 can fucking have a kid. He snip snip, he snip snip. Mike snip snip.
I want to say Mike is snip snip. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, Mike. I'm gonna already apologize.
Did you not have this conversation yet?
Guys.
Sorry.
You haven't had the conversation yet? At all?
Dude, again, once you get Mike drunk, get me drunk. Right. Once you get.
This is not awkward. My oven still works. I just prevent it.
I can't speak for somebody else. I don't know.
J number 2 can still have babies, so we will protect it by
I love
oven.
you, But again, when drinking games come into play, we've learned a lot.
We have learned a lot about each other.
Well, I mean, just from that night, but like other nights that Mike,
Oh, right.
we've
You know
all-
him really well.
we've
Yeah.
all. That's how the.
So that wasn't part of any of the drinking
No.
games? Nobody's being sniffed.
No.
When's Vinny getting sniffed?
Yes. I don't know. It's always it's always like we need to save up the money so he
So
can
tax time then?
probably.
He can
Maybe,
go
hopefully.
Snippet, snippet, snippet.
Yeah.
Frozen peas.
Hey, Lexi uses those
Frozen
for her
peas.
elbows. I bought her 2 bags. Just to...
Yeah.
Yeah, frozen peas are the shit. And then I worked a call center job where we did medical history, life insurance interviews, and that was one of the questions: have you had a vasectomy if you're a dude? And like some dudes, they'll be like, yeah, it was the worst pain of my entire life. And then I spoke to a few men who were all like, those dudes that tell you that it was like the worst ever are bitch made. He was like, it was no big deal. Like seriously, I snuggled with a bag of peas for a couple of days and I was fine.
I swear, if Vince says like this is like the worst pain, I'll probably punch him in the fucking face because one, he already broke like that bone like right here by his pinky and shit. He broke that. He fucking the night that he broke it,
How?
he went and punched a tree.
What? You don't punch on the side.
No, well, no. Okay, so funny story. Mike and Vince were drinking,
Imagine that.
and then it was more of the situation doesn't really matter, but Mike kind of pissed off Vince and tried to throw his TV out the window, so Vince prevented that. Vince was still so pissed off, he went to the backyard, broke a couple branches first, and then just started punching the tree. I believe they said on the third punch, he ended up breaking it, but he came back and...
Is that when he stopped?
Yeah, that's about when he stopped. But he came back in, like his hand was starting to swell and shit. He had to like near me, and I rolled over on it by accident. He's like, "Did I accidentally punch you in the face?" Because he thought that he woke up like punched me in the face because I rolled over on it by accident. I'm like, "No," and he's like, "Okay, my hand really hurts." He still worked on it for like a good 2 weeks because he just thought that like he just like fractured it or something. Yeah, no, he fucking broke it. But
Do they have to go in and re-break it so that it could heal correctly?
no, he has a metal plate right there.
Oh, they had
So-
to plate it.
Yeah. So every now and then, especially when it gets cold, he'll do the whole like hand
Right.
thing
Then what
just
did
because
he learn after this?
nothing.
Don't hit a fucking tree.
No, he'll probably still go and hit a fucking tree just because that's how hard.
So, anyways, back to the original. Like, you guys haven't
Yeah.
had a conversation about
Um,
anything? Like,
I don't know. We like.
I mean, you didn't ask him. I mean, because usually when a woman can still have a child, that's a conversation that they have.
No, we were just. I don't know. It just never came up. Like it just. We didn't.
All right, so
We
we'll
didn't
ask
cover
him.
that base.
She's just like, again, if I'm wrong, Mike.
But
Sorry.
he did send me flowers to work, and he
Yes.
sent in a gift with Vinny today.
Which was
and
a pretty rose. Did
and
you
the
find out where the rose
rose.
came from?
what do you? Oh, I assumed.
You never asked him?
No.
You were
Does
supposed
it
to ask
matter?
him because the
Does it
unicorn
matter?
wanted to know.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh yeah. I'll ask later.
it'd probably be from Dylan's because that's his.
That's what I. Well, that's kind of what I assumed.
He hates Walmart. Not unless he really fucking has to. He'll
Yeah,
go to Walmart,
I'm
but
the same
he'd
way.
rather
Mike
go to
is snipped.
Okay. He's gonna be like, what?
Oh
Why?
my god.
Again, this is where.
Leave the poor guy alone.
No, you ain't gonna. I already told you. If you ain't coming up with the answer, I'm gonna ask bro.
Oh
I'm gonna
my
ask at
gosh.
the source. Where did the rose come from?
But no, this is also to the start of the whole Victoria's Secret. My gift cards.
Oh,
from
okay.
He one of the we were playing one of the games, and one of them was I had to cut like my bra to show like my nipples and shit. And I told him I don't want to cut my bra because I had like one of my Victoria's.
good ones.
Yes.
You're like, "Oh."
And he's like, I'll just buy you another one. I'm like, no, it's my Victoria's Secret ones. Like I'm not no. So I mean, I got to cut my tank top, but after that, I started getting the Victoria's Secret
That's funny.
cards that
That's
I'm
cute.
just gonna wait for a
You're
whole
a good
year.
friend.
He is.
Oh my.
Yeah, Mike is a really good friend.
Mike is a good guy. Yeah.
Because even when we were having issues like getting the house, like when we had to get a gifted money, he was about to do that for us. So I mean,
Yeah, you
he's
guys
a
had to
good
go
guy.
through some strange fucking hoops to buy this house. Like, I've never heard of half of that crap y'all went through.
well, I mean that's the thing. A lot of people didn't, but since a lot of his student loans got defaulted for so long and everything, and that we were doing, we did everything right, but not to the right way that they wanted.
The Little Shop of Flowers is where the rose came from.
Aww.
That's cute. I would have just said Dylan.
That's a cute little place on Broadway too. I don't-
And then the earbuds or whatever.
Those are
it was
Amazon,
From Amazon.
which are awesome because I was jamming out. They sound really good. But
They're
I
not
told him
awkwardly weird either. I
And
tried one on.
I have tiny little ears, so I have to like keep pushing it back in, and I have to be careful not to push the button. You know, like
Oh, there's a button on the. I didn't
Yeah.
even realize there was
Did
a
It
he
button.
give
turns
you
the
like the
volume down.
AirPods or?
yeah,
Oh,
they,
so yeah.
they're like
Yeah,
little
they got, like-
earbuds. And then I dropped one on the floor, and I was like, no. It was probably how people feel when they lose a contact.
Yes.
No, because it's tiny, you know, like in my world, you know. So that's when I crawled underneath my
I
desk.
was wondering what the hell you were doing.
That's what all this is, you know. Like I literally got down and was fishing for it. I had to go to the other side to
So
get
this
it.
is this.
Yeah, I had to go the other side
Yeah,
to get
she's
it.
not doing very well with this. Nobody in my department is doing very well with this whole
Stressful
new.
as fuck.
And I'm usually
It's
a
an
bubbly
understatement.
person at work, and I've just been meh.
It's been painfully quiet.
Meh.
Painfully quiet.
Oh yes, I don't feel like any of us are comfortable at having our own. Like I even told KJ like you just need to stay away.
Well, that's what Vince even suggested, staying away until he got like a feel of how he's gonna be and everything. So it's
But
like
we
that's
honestly
fine.
don't know because my thing is if you're brought in with secrets, then you're gonna have secrets.
Yeah.
Because my thing is we honestly don't have a fucking clue what he was told.
Right?
So he could have been told that
So
we
many lies.
do nothing.
We need a manifesto. Be like, dude, what's your plan?
That's what I'm saying. His plan is for us, so me and him, to build up the parts room, and I'm like, there's nothing to build.
You know what Marvin suggested to him today after you left? Was that we get rid of the obsolete stuff.
We can't until MRO says you can throw it away.
And so he went ahead and told Marvin, start making a list.
We got them.
A list of all the obsolete stuff.
Yeah. MRO's got them. Michael Jordan. MG has a list of the next round of obsolete parts that we need to throw away. We can't throw away a damn thing out of our inventory until MRO gets approved from John Richardson. Saying, hey, can we throw away $35,000 worth of parts? So, I mean, if he wants... That's my thing. Because I don't
We need
care.
to sell some shit on Craigslist.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
JH, he actually did that. And
You want some more, babe?
no, I still got some in my cup. But a gentleman named JH, we'll just use his initials, did that. And
Threw some stuff away?
no, he sold shit on secondary sites. And he quit right before they can prove it. But his second ex-wife that used to work there too threw him underneath the bus in an argument.
Savage.
She
Is
used
this
to
where
work.
the thing went to the pawn shop?
No, that's
someone else.
What's his? Oh, that was GF.
Oh.
So that was a supervisor who took our tools and blew fans and took them to the local pawn shop.
See, that, because, like, before I heard about that, like, I was joking with Vince because they would have him out, like, out in the, like, out of the room and everything. And I told Vince that since he had to have a fan in our room blowing, I was like, hey, we could just take one of these home and just put it in our room and then there,
Are
you'd
they
be fine.
not like 3 feet wide
They're huge.
and like 2 feet
They're
We
deep?
have one. That blue one underneath the stairs is the blue one that he took to the pawn shop.
Because
So-
that fits in the back seat. Yeah,
Well, he has
how
a
do you
truck.
get that across campus?
The rumor is that he took the ones that were in the dumpster. So even though we weren't going to use them anymore, they still worked. So he went to the guard check. They got a key to the back gate. He backed his truck in there, loaded it in his truck, and then he left. And when they had the big dumpster, there used to be a big dumpster when they started the expansion or whatever project they were doing before he was let go. There used to be a big dumpster, Tri-State, or somebody used to use, or we did. I don't remember who had that dumpster. But anyways, there used to be a dumpster at the end of where the back gate is,
Mm-hmm.
on that the short half, like that leads to McKay.
Right.
So there used to be one sit there, and he would literally dumpster dive in there and take shit out of it. And take it home and take it to scrap yards or pawn shops or kept it for himself. Because he would take our pieces of wood from our blade boxes. I think Vinny brought some home. I don't know what he did. I know he used it in here for something.
Yeah, I did that
Yeah,
one.
so anyways, he used to take handfuls of those, and his wife would make these timeout chairs, and they would sell them on Facebook Marketplace. And some other things. But anyways, what was I going to say?
Would it have otherwise just been trash?
But you still got to get permission.
Right.
So even if it, like, I had to
I mean, that
send-
makes sense.
Yeah, I sent our plant manager an email and pictures because we had like 100 blade toppers and blade box lids. And I said, because Vinny wanted to take some home and Marvin wanted to take some home. So I texted him a picture and I said, hey, this is going to be trash. Can the boys take some home? And he's like, yeah, just send me an email. And so I attached that picture to the email and he said yes. I mean, so you just have to ask permission.
Right.
Depending on what technically it is, like if it still has some value, I think there's a form. Because Jolene threw away all our old office furniture. So like I think Sly's even got one of our old computer chairs.
Ha.
So,
That's
but
funny.
anyways, but what I was saying, like I don't mind him down there, but before he goes and runs off with an idea, I would like him to like at least collaborate with me because now we're wasting time. Marvin could be doing something else.
Right.
Because trust me, MRO has a list of our obsolete parts because they ran a whole list of everything and came up with like $70,000. But we can't write that all off in 1 year. So then they looked at the ones they wanted to remove the most quantities without the most dollars, if that makes sense. So
So they want to get rid of bulk stuff that's cheap.
yes. First, that first go around
Right.
was the bulk stuff that was cheap. This go around is going to be kind of where it's split in the middle, and then the last round is going to be like a whole lot. Because a lot of our obsolete parts that were in the tops of the Vinmars, they're on the east wall. So we've already moved them kind of out of the way so that we can organize better. So I mean, I don't care if he wants to come in here and learn, but at least talk to me.
Right.
Because then I can say, hey, wait a minute, that's wasting time because trust me, they already have a list.
Do any of our vendors accept returns or recycling?
They do returns as long as it's in with the window.
Well,
and
right.
and then we would have to potentially pay a restocking fee. But a lot of our vendors, a lot of that shit's been there for 3 to 5 years and a vendor's not going to take it.
Well, and I'm wondering if they have some kind of buyback program, for, because we can't be the only people that have stopped using a piece of equipment and moved on to something else
Yeah.
and
Right.
need to,
Potentially. That's a possibility. But until I know what part. I really can't say, but I know Granger will take stuff back like up to 6 months. SMC will take stuff back if it's not open, and I think 6 months is the window. I did get Yamaha. I don't think that's Yamada. I got Yamada to take back some huge ass screens that we had for like a year, but it cost us like 20%, 25, I think. And then the freight charge, which was, I don't have a clue because it was on our FedEx account. So our shit needs to get out of Memphis.
Fucking A.
I'm assuming our paycheck showed up today
Yeah, they did.
because
I double checked.
I didn't get the box. But like I don't. My thing is just there needs to be clear. I'm a big person of clear expectations, clear line of command, and then clear communication.
Right.
Like collaborate with me before you let somebody go waste
Sometimes.
2 shifts.
Yeah.
But I mean, because honestly, the plant doesn't understand how the clause of the MRO program, and we're not getting away from that. Like John Richardson wanted it this way, so we're not getting rid of it. We're not getting rid of them. We're not getting rid of the processes that they have put in play. Like it's not going anywhere. And instead of trying to accept that, our plant, which I don't know about the other ones, like to butt heads with it. And it puts the people who are supposed to work side by side with MRO in a hard place. Or whatever, rocking between a hard place or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I always told everybody I'm the redheaded stepchild whose parents are fighting over them. Like, seriously, that's what I feel like. Like, I'm in a custody war with plant and MRO. But it ain't going anywhere. Like, John Richardson came up with this idea out of his own brain.
Well, he must have a good reason.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what justified the move. I don't understand. I mean, because it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that the first year I was down there. That it developed like mid-second year, I think. But it's just like, it ain't going anywhere. Like, that's why when you were asking me about the whole purchasing and how to, bridge the gap, and he was like, well, maybe we can track them. I was like, I've already done it, and it does nothing. It does nothing but waste our valuable time, because like you said, when we are busy, we don't have time to socialize. I mean, if the plant runs smooth, we're slow as fuck. If the plant ain't running great, we busy as fuck. I mean, I'm always busy the moment I sit down in my chair till the moment I leave. But everybody, and I occasionally, conversate with everybody, but I mean, all the other jobs there do have flexibility to have some downtime, which is fine, which is great. I want it that way.
Right. Because like you said, the better everything runs, the more quiet everything is.
And then it gives us time to fine tune some details, like to clean or to organize or to do projects. I mean, granted, we're gonna be busy soon here once they flip all those fucking locations and we'll have 1,000 labels to put up. I mean, we're about to get slammed.
With the VM
Yeah, and
zero.
and then all the racks are changing. So all the motor shelves and all the upstairs and the north wall and the east wall, and the back room, those all are changing to RSs. So every single, they're called racks. So in SAP, they only have like 4 indications of locations. They have Vinmars, racks, pallets, so maybe it's only 3, and pallets. So like the under the stairs location are considered pallets. The ones over at Mike's warehouse that's on the floor, those are considered pallets locations. So it'd be P1, P2, or PT1. I don't know. I haven't seen what the indication or the abbreviations for them, but I did see his map today for upstairs, or the other day when he asked me to go take a picture. They're all RSs, so it's RS 1 through 100. And then the Vinmars are VM01, A02, whatever. I think that's stupidest
Yeah,
thing in
oh
the
my
fucking
god.
world.
Because, right, we're going from V1 C2D to VM 01 C02D.
Yeah, so I'm not digging the whole new Vinmar location phase. And then I don't know if, because they were talking about flipping the shelves. So instead of it going A, B, C, D, E, they wanted to go A, B, C, E, D in case you add another shelf, you add it to the top instead of the bottom. And I was like, hell fucking no. Like, no, it's A, B, C, D. Like, please do not flip it the other way. Because most of our stuff, we're not, if we're making room for something, we're not adding shelves. We're just, like I did in the back room when I cycle counted it on the 31st. I noticed the spot that we had for Windex, we had overflow on the top. So what did I do? Ooh, I can move this to the next steel that has a whole lot of empty space and just reorganized it.
Right.
And made it all fit. Like if we're gonna get 2 cases in at once, then I'm gonna make sure the space for the Windex will hold 2 cases.
Right.
And that's what I did. So that's what we're gonna do. When we move in things, we're just going to reorganize it to where it fits. Like,
Right.
we're not gonna add a fucking shelf. Because really, you can't.
Right.
But anyways, that's it, you know. I don't know. But
I'll stick to my floor.
so I don't know. But I just wish there was more clear expectations.
Maybe in the universe, when we're wanting expectations, maybe you should write your expectations.
That's
My
manifesting.
expectation is not to kill somebody
No,
tomorrow.
no, no. I mean in such a way as that it's like a wish list.
Isn't that manifesting?
Just, like, hey, if you want me to stay, and if you want me to work with this guy, then this is what I need, and this is what I want to happen.
Yeah, they're gonna
You know.
tell me, is this you quitting?
Out? You're done.
So I will just talk to Mr. C, and I will explain him tomorrow. Be like, hey, all due respect, can you at least come to me before you give somebody a project? And then number 2, none of our parts can be on the floor, so your makeshift desk will need to be taken down.
Right. Well, Gary got one of those desks. Who got the other desk? Or is it still up for grabs?
No, those were ordered through Michelle for some other people.
I know
Where do
one
we
was
put-
for Gary, but I don't know who the other one was for.
I don't know, it's on our email. But where would we put it?
I don't
Yes.
know. But he wanted to order a desk, and so he was gonna get a desk. But like you said, where is he gonna put it?
I mean, honestly, Vinny can just move to the back, and he can have Vinny's spot. Vinny technically doesn't really need 2 desks.
I think he'd rather have Vinny's desk in the back.
Well, that ain't gonna work unless he's gonna open boxes. And that was
That's
a whole
all.
other
That's all Vince wants to do.
is open boxes.
Yeah.
So
Hide in the back,
I don't blame him.
lucky
I don't
fucker.
want to see it.
our RGA guy said, "Can I use you as a reference?" He goes, "Of course, but you're not going anywhere with a winky face." Like you never know. That man gives great hugs.
Yeah, he does.
That man is delicious too.
Oh, is this the pretty boy or?
The Cookie Man. The Cookie Man.
I'm mad at him because I haven't got my Subway since I put my.
We haven't gotten Subway.
Yeah,
in
he
Oh,
hasn't
okay.
done. We haven't done
2
Subway in a
months?
while.
Well, no,
We
because
did
like
Chinese
before
the other day.
I went on maternity leave, he took my order for Subway since I
Yeah,
was
we,
in there.
we
so
haven't
like,
gotten Subway in months. I want to say 2 months. It was
He
probably
fired.
November.
he fired.
Because I think it was November because we were supposed to get it, but then I told him don't come, because or you can come but don't bring food because it was the works Thanksgiving thing
Oh,
on
yeah.
Wednesday, and then he couldn't come out because of and he ordered pizza, and then he couldn't come out because he had to go to Arkansas, and then it was Christmas and New Year, so we skipped those, and then or he showed up one day when we had food. I don't know.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
I enjoyed that week when we all brought different food in.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
that was fun.
We might have to do it again, like once a month or something.
I'm not gonna come in and stuff it and then
And
I'll
bring
just leave.
food.
I'll just leave.
So that was fun. Probably wasn't fun on my waistline, but it was fun.
Hey, I mean, it is nice to have food at work,
Yeah.
you know,
I didn't have to make sandwiches for the whole week.
right?
I had a banana for lunch.
I had my sandwiches.
I didn't eat anything.
Then I had a potato for dinner.
I got the kids Dairy Queen for dinner, so I ate one of their little $4 burger and fry combos.
And I had a baked potato from Wendy's. I got the girls 4 for 4s.
Which potato did you get?
A plain baked potato.
You ate a plain fucking potato?
I put cheese and barbecue sauce on it.
You know, I will get a potato with small chili on the side.
I think
and then
Wendy's
stuff
chili's
the chili
like-
in it.
I
Chili's
love their
like soup.
chili. I love their chili.
Their chili's not a meaty, hearty chili.
It
It's like
depends on the day.
it's like-
Yeah.
The last time I got it, looked like soup, and
It
I was like,
depends
I'm
on
never.
who was making it.
Now Brahms has really good chili, and it's got a sweet flavor to it.
Oh, I
It's
love,
weird,
I
but
love,
it's good.
I love Wendy's.
I put syrup on my sausage, so I get that.
My kids do it too. Syrup and their shit. And then Mall Deli has really good chili. Mall Deli. Ooh, I'm not cooking. I don't know. He's leaving at noon, so I might just leave at noon.
You drive all the way across town for a bagel?
I did
Why
that for
not?
all of us. We all had Mall. Oh fuck! I don't like this. We all had Mall Deli that one time. I drove across town, got me a bagel, and you all. I think Vinny got a French dip, or somebody got a tuna salad. Maybe got a tuna. I don't know. I just remember going
Usually
to
he
Mall
gets
Deli.
the French dip. He hates. He
I just
doesn't like
remember now
fresh
I have to
chili.
DoorDash my kids pizza tomorrow
Hmm.
because they want Pizza Hut and they don't deliver it on their
That's lame. Nothing
Right.
delivers out there.
Domino's,
Pizza wise.
Domino's, and Bamboo are the only two I think delivers out to that house.
I bet Hortons would.
Probably.
Shelby asked for pizza, or I could just order and go pick it up on my lunch. Being a good mom.
I used to do
Tired of being a good mom.
I used to do Pizza Hut on my phone and go get it.
I want to be a bad mom.
Hey, you got peanut butter and jelly at home. They'll be alright. Sometimes you just gotta give yourself some grace. I call it fend for yourself night.
Hey,
and
we
I
do
will
that. I do
tell
Right.
I will tell her, I was like, hey, you know, like I cooked lunch. You know, like sometimes like on the weekend, you know, I'll make breakfast for lunch, you know, and it'll be late, like noon, 1 o'clock. And then later that night, you know, I'll be like, hey, you know, I cooked a big lunch, you know, like fend for yourself night. And she'll be like, okay, that's cool.
We do that all the
That's
time.
fair.
I do at least once a week.
I haven't got to that point yet.
You're like
No.
cereal. Those are cereal nights.
Well, no, because that's what usually when they are ready for bed and they're like, "Mommy, I'm hungry." I was like, "You know where your fucking cereal from school is? Go get that shit."
Yep.
Like, because even the other day they're like, it was as soon as we got home from school. "Mommy, I'm hungry." I was like, "I don't know what Daddy wants to do about dinner. You know where your cereal snack shit is? Go eat that." Like,
Yep.
you guys can bring all that home and then you don't eat it.
Right.
Like, the only reason I agreed to it is because I was on maternity leave. Thought that was gonna help some. Thought they're gonna eat some of that shit.
Right?
Nope.
In ways I don't blame them because it's all fucking bland and like there's no sugar in it and
Well, duh, it's supposed to be healthy,
I know,
conscious,
but
or whatever. Well,
and then the milk. Vince was looking at the because Dean wanted his milk. It wasn't supposed to expire until September something of 2022.
like, is it powdered milk?
No, it's just in that little plastic like juice box kind of milk.
It was like a Yoo-hoo milk, then.
Kinda, yeah. And
Yoo-hoo's not real chocolate milk. It's like
so
flavory water.
yeah, no, because like he told me that and he's like, there's like no possible way. Because even Jude opened up one that he just got from school and it was already bad. So
Really?
yeah. So each time they bring that shit home, I just take their milks out and go ahead and just throw it away. Don't care if it's good or not. Because I told Vince, it's like, I think they, like, it's cold, like, most of the day, and then they put it, like, in their bags,
Yeah.
and then it's just sitting in there, so.
Well, Sunday is my oldest's birthday. 14. Oh,
Yay.
shit.
Sunday,
Sunday, should be 14.
Sunday.
14.
Mhm. That means I'll be 39 in 2 weeks. And then Shelby will be 9. And then her sperm donor will be 59. Then J number 2 will be 39. He always makes fun of me. He says, "You're an old lady. If we started dating when you were 18, you would have went to jail." And I was like, "Just shut up." Like, you are 10 months older, or I'm 10 months older than you. That's it. That's
Doesn't
it.
I tell
Oh,
Vince
God.
he's
Like,
an
it
old
don't
man.
fucking matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It don't matter. I was born at the beginning of the year, and you were born at the end. I'm sorry that your parents had sex at an odd time. Hey, not my problem.
I tell Vince that he's an old man because he's only like 6 months older
But I
than me.
did get my kiss. Kisses.
Nice.
Zzzz.
Nice.
So on Sunday, shit. What day is this?
Thursday.
So it was Sunday. So they came over, and I taught him how to make sugar cookies, which reminds me I need to get a new hand mixer because it over creams my butter. Because it only has like 2 speeds. There's nothing in the middle. It's like really fast or really, really fast. Like, even though it says 0 to 5, there's that's kind of like Thai food.
Does it have
grades.
like a burst button?
No! It's like the cheapest hand mixer I could have bought 12 years ago. Anyways. Or 7. I don't know.
Whatever.
I've had it for a long time. So anyways, he came over and I taught him how to make sugar cookies. And I was cleaning up in the kitchen and he, hugged me behind me or whatever while I was doing the dishes. And I think he kissed me on my neck or the top of my head. I don't remember. And I was like, "Oh, yes, we're getting closer to my lips." I said, "Eventually, this is going to have to stop." Like, you're either going to have to get on the ball and kiss me or just get off completely. It's like, because I emotionally cannot take this.
Right.
So then, like, he came back in like a split second and gave me a little peck. And I was like, "You still going to have to do better than this." I was like, "Come on now, motherfucker." Like, we are 2 grown, consenting adults.
Huh.
Because he sees kissing more intimate than I see kissing. Like, I see sex as more intimate, and he's like, he's a man, so he can just fuck anything that's got a pulse. Anyways, back in the day, I mean, if he is now, then that's on him. But anyways, he claims that girls hit him up, but I'm the only one getting his attention. And I was like, you know what, skeletons will come out of the closet. I'm not gonna stress. But anyways, so he gave me a little peck, and then I made my comment, and then he gave me a little Frenchy kiss, and I was just like, "Oh, fucking shit!" He like turned everything on, like the whole little buttons and explosions and blahs happened, and so.
I just think of the Princess Diaries where she finally gets her little
pop.
Yes, her little foot pop thing.
So I mean, everything just exploded. Anyways, and so he went outside and smoked. So again, we gotta remember the kids were around, and so we haven't done anything besides like hugging in front of the kids. And so he went out and smoked. So I followed him, and then so we kissed there too. And then Shelby wanted to play a game and hide Hershey kisses all over the house, so she made us go wait in the bathroom. And so when we were waiting in the bathroom,
Making out.
well, he picked my ass up and stuck me on the countertop in my bathroom, and then we made out.
Nice.
I was like, "What the fuck are you up here for?" Like, anyways, I guess he doesn't like to bend over because he's like 6'3" and I'm 5'9".
It's hard on the back.
It's hard on the back. But anyways,
Right,
but
Betty?
all that was, whew. And I was like, "Man, you kiss better now than you did 10 years ago." But the sparks the sparks for me are still there. I'm assuming they're there for him too, because he keeps always wanting to see me on his little breaks. And he even drove down to a sugar creek.
Aww.
And I met him in HR parking lot. I was like, "What? No kiss goodbye?" He's like, "Just not gonna do it in public yet." I was like, "Okay, that's my next challenge is to get you to kiss me in public."
Oh my, that's funny.
So, and then like, I was like, "So where are you gonna sleep?" He goes, "The couch." And I said, "Dude, we are 2 grown-ups. Like, we can sleep in my bed without having sex." He goes, "No, no, no." I said, "It's not my fault you can't control your urges." Like, I'll I'll make sure my legs ain't shaved so then we can have sex. I won't.
Like that's gonna
Whatever.
matter.
No, seriously.
Whatever.
The first time I have sex with a dude, my legs have to be shaved. After that, I don't care. But at least the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like everything nice and trimmed and pretty.
Uh-huh.
And if it's not that way the first time, I don't do it. So,
It's first time for everything.
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't want him to break my bed. I want to break his bed.
Dead.
Yes, we broke very nice, expensive bedrooms.
Oh shit.
And then the funny thing is, he took the broken bed and moved it into his second ex-wife's house, and so they slept on that bed probably for like 5 years.
Damn.
Oh my god.
So that was nice karma for me. Like, I bet you asked him why the bed was broke, and I bet he didn't tell you. I bet he did not.
That's funny.
Oh fuck.
I was one of those people too, where you see on show, I think I don't know if it's on TLC or somewhere else, where it says "sex landed me in the ER" or whatever.
TLC.
I was one of those two with him.
Tell us more.
We were just having sex, and he bursted a cyst. I don't even know that was
Where was the cyst?
possible. On my ovary.
Oh, you had this. Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been painful as fuck.
Yeah, like literally, we just got done. I walked into the shower because we were supposed to be at a party or something, so we were late, fashionably late. And so we get done, I go in the shower to clean up, and I get out of the shower, and boom, I hit the floor. Like, I was in so much pain, couldn't walk, nothing. So, like, he had to put clothes on me, carry me to the car, and we get out there, and they, examine me and do an ultrasound, and they said literally, like, my whole uterus was full of fluid and stuff, and they just had to absorb it back or whatever. So, yeah.
Did they like vacuum you out or anything?
No, they just said my body naturally would have to absorb the fluid.
Yeah.
Gross.
Have you never had a cyst before?
No, I have,
Oh, okay.
but I'm just thinking of like a cyst, like a pimple.
No.
Oh,
It was like
no.
floating on my ovary. And this big tiny black.
Although I asked that question as like everybody has cysts, but I actually had one in high school.
Yeah.
Like a pimple one or like an ovary?
No,
one?
I had like an ovary one where
Oh,
it
they're
was
horrible.
so
They are.
bad that
They're really
like
painful.
I couldn't sit in the classroom. Like I was at the nurse, had a heating pad, like I couldn't move and everything. I was supposed to go to a track meet that day. My coach was like trying to get me to go to my fucking track meet, saying that it was just a menstrual cycle and that I should just run through all that shit. And I was like, dude, I can't even sit through my classes. I can't even move. Like, this hurts so fucking bad. Like, my grandma ended up taking me to my doctor, and on my way to the doctor, like, it burst or whatever, because as soon as I got there and they were checking me out, like, I felt fine. So,
Yeah, it was fucking awful. I think I'd rather have a contraction than that ever again. I don't know, they're all bad. Like,
Right.
I love how you go to the ER and they're like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how great your pain is. And I was like, well, since I've had kids, I would say this is like a 3. I said, but if I haven't had kids, I'd say it's more like an 8. Like, you
Right.
like, I've been through birth. I've been through a C-section. I've been through a cyst. I've been through horrible UTIs. I was like, so, like I've been through a miscarriage. Like, it's kind of like a 3. But if I didn't have all that, it'd be more like an 8.
Right.
have you guys ever watched What to Expect When Expecting?
Yes.
Little bit.
Okay, so Vince always, because I think it was like with Jude, the one that was is having twins. How happy and perky she is. He was always, he told me like when they asked me, he's like, you try to be her. You try to be that perky little happy mom to where you're perfectly fine, like bouncing on your ball, going, oh, your water just broke, kind of thing. He's like, no, you're the other one who was screaming, going, where's my fucking drugs?
Yeah, that's me. Where I did that with Lexi. I was on that bed. I think I was at a 4. and it was just fucking awful. And I was like, why are they torturing me?
Well,
So,
they
yes.
gave you Pitocin, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's why it was terrible.
'Cause-
I mean, they're bad enough as it is, but I've heard Pitocin makes it
because
worse.
my water broke, thankfully, in the toilet while I was using the restroom. And then that was like around midnight. And so like 4 in the morning, I was like, I wonder if that was my water. So I called them and they're like, it's like, is it possible to pee and have your water break at the same time? They're like, yes, you would still be leaking if it was your water. And I was like, okay. Because I still didn't have any contractions. And so, but I was leaking. And so I woke up Lexi's dad and I said, I'm gonna hop in the shower. Which I don't know why we all hop in the fucking shower. Like, I don't
'Cause
understand
it's
why
like, I don't know. I think it's something that you know it's your last chance.
Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know why in the hell, in the middle of January, when there was fucking snow on the ground, that I went in and took a shower and I was blow drying my hair while he was getting, like, I didn't put any makeup on, but at least made sure my hair wouldn't freeze when we went outside. But anyways, so after I took my shower and I was blow drying my hair, that's when the contractions kind of started. So it was like a 5-hour window from when the water broke. And then, anyways, so when I got there, I was explaining my story, and they're like, well, I don't think that was your water, and blah, 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 because I was only at a half of a centimeter. So then, the worst experience ever, I don't even know if you guys have ever been through that, but how they test for your water breaking, they take this little, it looks like a T-strip, with bare hands, and shove it up in you, and bring it back out. And if it's bright blue, that means your water broke. It's like a little T-strip that you do like in chemical.
Right?
Yeah, that's literally what they stuck in me with her bare hands.
Molested you with a strip.
And her hand.
No.
Like, no lube, no glove. You couldn't have nothing on your hand. Like, literally, it was...
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Both of the 2 older boys, I went in about at 5 with them, and I think Jude, the nurse that was checking me, she almost broke my water right then and there, filling him. But with the 2 older ones, my water had to be broken. Sammy's the only one that, since I waited so long,
Yeah.
he broke my water.
Yeah. The nurse broke mine with Shelby when she was checking me. I heard this pop, and then I felt this whoosh, and I was like, what the fuck was that?
I just feel the big
And
whoosh.
And she was, I literally heard the pop. She goes, oh, I just, and calm as can be, and peppy. She goes, oh, I just broke your water. That's like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, I'm sorry. Because, I mean, I figured she would be wearing it. Like, it'd be,
Right.
like, the way it sounded, it went everywhere. So I was like, are you dry? Like, are you okay? But yeah, so that piece of paper came out like bright fucking blue, like as bright as that ashtray over there. And she's like, oh, it did break. And I was like, duh. Anyways, and so they started me on Pitocin, and then,
See, and that's what, they give you the Pitocin to speed it up.
oh my God. It was
But the
like,
Pitocin does more harm than good because it intensifies like labor
it was awful.
but without getting you to dilate.
It dilated me for sure, because I was so I started at hardly anything. And then, so by the time they got me in a room, because like I started off in like a triage room, and then they put me into a regular room, because this was in Freeman. They put me in a delivery room, and that's when I got my wonderful nurse Bonnie. I'll never forget that lady. I hope she's still alive, because she was great. Anyways, I started at like a 0. I got to a 4 by 10, so this was like 6. I got to a 4 at 10, and I was like, why are they torturing me? And so I got my epidural shortly after that, and then within 2 hours after getting my epidural, because she was like, I think she's going to have a heart attack if we make her go any longer, because I think they try to make you go to a 6, or a 5 or 6 before they give you an epidural, or even start the process for one, I don't know. But she
I
was
think
afraid
it's
I was going to have a heart attack.
Yeah, no, I think it's a 5 because
Yeah.
Besides Sammy, I was almost too close to not to get one.
Yeah. And
Because
so,
I went so quickly.
So then I got my epidural, and at
That's
around
gross.
10, and I took a nap, and when I woke up at noon for my nap, they're like, oh, you're at a 10, let's get ready to push. And I was like, oh, okay. And like, and that's the one one thing they never explain to you is how to fucking push. No. Like, they're like, push. And I'm like, I don't know what to do here. This is my first kid. I feel like I'm trying to shit as it is. But anyways, you know, so I think I pushed for like an hour and 42 minutes or something. Or 42 minutes. Because it took a while for the doctor to come in after I got, no, I don't anymore.
Give me some more.
And then,
Just a little bit.
so anyways, she was born at like 1:32 or 1:42. I was so fucking hungry too. I went like 36 hours without food. I don't care where.
I know, it's ridiculous.
They asked me what I wanted from the cafeteria because
You like everything.
I was like
Right.
at Freeman, because I don't remember. I think Pittsburgh does it too. You have 2 separate rooms. You deliver in one room and you rest in the other. Yeah. So Freeman was the same way. So by the time she got out, and you know everybody got moved and I got cleaned and blah 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 blahs, they're like, okay, we'll move you to your next room. And I said, well, by the time you move me to my next room, like the cafeteria will be closed. And so they asked me what I wanted. I said, I don't care. Fucking surprise me. And I think I had pizza, chicken strips, a hamburger, French fries.
Right? Like, just everything.
The best part was their brand muffins for the breakfast. I made sure I had one of those every day that I was there.
Just because they were so short-handed, the ladies brought me in my delivery room where I stayed for a bit with Sammy, my sandwich and crackers. And I was like, you know what? I really don't give $10. I'm hungry right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, after my doctor's appointment, we went actually to Vince's, Gigi's house, and we ate, and I'm eating, having contractions. Vince is just staring at me, going, "You ready? You ready to throw in that fucking towel?" No, we're gonna wait.
Yeah, you're nuts.
Glad Sammy's my last. That was I told my mom, I was like, you know what? To those moms that truly go, you know what? Yes, I want to do this all natural from like the fucking get-go. They're fucking troopers. Insane, but troopers.
I tried. That's what I wanted, but it was just not happening.
No, I knew it when I wanted kids and everything. That was the first thing I wanted, was the fucking epidural.
Oh yeah, I know I was going
be-
for drugs too. I know my pain tolerance.
I did it with breastfeeding. I suffered through the breastfeeding, and we did it. We did it for 3.5 years. We did it.
Yeah.
I did extended breastfeeding because of her Crohn's disease.
Right.
It helped her quite a bit. And then we were shamed into stopping.
I mean, you could have pumped and gave it to her in a cup and nobody would ever know.
And you know, I could never get anything pumping. That just didn't work for me. Not at all. Like, even when she was young and infant, even when I was engorged, I couldn't pump anything.
I figured it'd be the same kind of sucking.
No, it's different.
I always have to put it like on a higher speed, especially being an engorge. Like I have to have it like on a higher speed, the suction going like so down.
Right. Like I could hand pump a little bit, you know, but like as for like actually getting enough to feed her with, it wasn't happening. It was very fortunate that I was home with her for that time. That, you know, she was able to nurse as long as she did. And then I went back to work.
I've been working ever since. I've been working since I was 12 years old. And then multiple men say, I'll take care of you.
Oh, yeah,
And
no,
that was a fucking lie
cool.
too. But that can be our topic for
that.
the next show.
Like, no, I'm cool.
Because my kiddos are like, I miss you. How much longer?
They're in the next room.
I know this.
It's funny because Dane is now, besides asking to go see Mike, he's like, is your friends coming over? Like, no, Bubba, they're not. I mean, I like to try to do this on when I don't have him, so his dad doesn't come back to me and be like, oh, you're not spending, like, you're away from him for more than 2 hours.
It's in the same fucking house.
I know, but knowing his dad, he would be like, you're away from him for more than 2 hours, why aren't you giving him to me, blah, blah, fucking blah.
That's fine. We can do it on Thursday.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Dean likes it when your girls come over and hang out, unless when Maya comes over and hangs out.
Right.
So, I mean, he
Speaking of which, it's Maya, so I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude.
No, you're all good.
I'm on Facebook.
But, I mean, that's the thing. I just like doing it because I'm more afraid of his dad trying to say that.
Well, then on Sundays or something, when you have that. We'll just have to plan a game night or a game
Or something.
afternoon or whatever.
To where we're not getting drunk.
Get drunk and play that game.
No.
We can't get drunk and play the game when kids are around. We'll just have to play the game sober and drink water.
It was so crazy, you know, going from 2 weeks without Maya and
Not
drinking
having
on
her.
New Year's and back to reality.
Back to.
Oh,
Uh-oh,
and I saw-
somebody wants to talk to me.
Damn, damn.
Unless you want to be in here. What?
Who's that? Okay.
Oh, Stephanie asked if we could ever do this live. Is that a possible option? I
What
don't,
do you mean?
I don't know.
Live.
Like live, like we don't record it. We just live. I guess you have to record it, won't you?
Be like
To
live
put it on a podcast.
to do a podcast, yeah. Live streaming. I mean, probably for YouTube, maybe we could. I don't know.
I told her I'd ask y'all.
That's a question for Benny.
Ask Mr. Vinny.
That's a question for Benny.
All right, I got shit going on with my kid. I gotta
Okay. Well, kids are
So
going.
sorry,
I
guys.
think Sammy's in the other room crying and shit. So
go. Are you getting SOSs too?
not yet.
I was.
I was just thinking, it was like I thought I heard Sammy just screaming and
Oh,
crying.
I can't hear
so.
anything out of our little.
Yeah, this is a whole other world.
Oh, I got one ear off. These headphones start like
Oh.
bothering me after. I haven't worn them in forever, so.
I can't keep my shirt up. Sorry, I mean